Hello and welcome to this class. On today's segment, we'll be looking at how to calculate pips in the forex market, part 2. Now, in our previous course, we were able to explain that we explained to how we can calculate pips on the major currency pairs, and we explained that major currency pairs are currencies that are paired alongside the USD. Any currency, any major currency that is paired alongside the USD. In our introduction to forex, I believe we all know what is major currency. And when major currencies are being paired alongside the USD, it is regarded as a major currency pairing, because trading in forex market is in pair. Currencies are traded in pairs. So that is what it is. Now, this is it, guys. We explained currencies that are paired, major currency pairing, and we say that we give example of the Euro USD and how to calculate. We say that Euro USD is usually in 4 decimal points. This other one is a fractional pip. This one on top here is a fractional pip, which is known as a pipette, right? Now, after explaining that, we equally said that currencies that are any major currency pair that is paired along the JPY is not calculated in 4 decimal points, because the JPY pair have 2 decimal numbers after the whole number. The fractions are in decimal. That's just 2 decimal numbers. The one above here is the pipette. We can see this number over here is regarded as a pipette, while this other one over here, they are all regarded as pipette. So we don't take into cognizance while calculating pipette. All right. So if, for instance, you open your chart, let's open my chart here. You will see currencies. All the currencies here, they are all in 5 decimal number. Remember that if you pick up your crosshair and you check, you see they're all in 5 decimal number. The last number is usually regarded as a pipette. So you don't take into cognizance while calculating your pips. You don't calculate the pipette alongside your pips. All right, so that is how you can see it. This is it here. We have looked at the Euro USD JPY. Sorry, the Euro. We have looked at the Euro USD. So we're going to be looking at other currency pair, like the other instruments, and also the the JPY pairs, the USD JPY. Understand? All JPY pairs have 2 decimal number after the whole number. So we're going to be looking at how to calculate pips on the JPY pairs and other other instruments in the market, not currencies. These are instruments. We have the metal, which is gold. We have the US 30, which are we also have volatility 25. This is a synthetic indices. So all these things you are seeing here, this is a value of USD. All right, all these numbers you are seeing here is current value of USD. If, for instance, we want to exchange euro, this is the value you are going to be getting euro at. If you want to exchange US dollar, this is current value you're going to be exchanging US dollar to gold. If you want to exchange US 30, this current value at your US 30 now. If you want to exchange the USD JPY, this is the current value of USD JPY now. When you exchange US JPY to US dollar, this is the current value, and so on and so forth. So now let's show you how we can calculate instruments like the gold, how to calculate pips that is being created. All right, so now first of all, you go into your chart, click on the chart, you tap on the instrument, click on the chart. Once you click your chart, there I want to show us how we can do this calculation in a very simple way. Come to your chart, then this is gold versus the US dollar. This is the current exchange rate of US dollar to gold. Now this is it here. You pick up your crosshair. This is my crosshair here. I've said earlier on that crosshair is used to calculate pips and market move in the market. So what you need to do is to pick up your crosshair and tap it at a point of interest. My interest is at 1990. All right, that's my interest, my point of interest. So I'm going to be looking at pointing it at the level of 1990. All right, definitely we always have some fractions. All right, so we cannot just get exactly 1990. Now this is my level of point of interest. I'm going to drag it to 2170. That is 2170. That's the level I want to know how many pips price has moved from that level. So I'm going to drag it here. Remember, you place your left hand side on the cross of your crosshair. Just place it on the cross side of the crosshair, left hand side. Then you drag it up. All right, when you drag it up, you take it to the level you want to know how many pips price has moved. So I actually marked a red line so that it's a boundary for me, so that you guys can see what I'm doing clearly. So guys, this is it here. After placing my price at this level, this is my point of entry. Remember that you just what you need to do is to tap your crosshair and you drag it up onto the point of interest. Well, once you put your crosshair and drag it up onto the level you want price to be, that means I actually put my crosshair at this level, then I drag it up on this level. This is what I have. This is the figure I have. Remember that the first number, this is 23 slash. So this 23 represents the number of candles that have moved from our point of entry, or rather from our point of interest up onto this level. So this is the number of candlesticks that have moved. And remember that this is a 1 day time frame chart. This is a 1 day time frame chart. So all these candles you are seeing here all represent 1 day time frame. If you go on to the 4 hours time frame, we're going to have more candles. If you go on to the 4 hours time frame, you have more candles. So but this is 1 day time frame. We're just having 23 candles. Apparently that means prices have moved over 23 pips from this level, right? So 23 that have moved that have been buying for the past 23 days. That means roughly 1 month. So from this our entry here up onto this level. Now you can see what we have here. This is if you should subtract the difference at this level, at when let's say we entered price at, remember that we moved our price from this 1990.04 up onto this level at 2170.80. So the difference between 1990.04 to 2170.80 is actually 180.76. All right, that's the difference. So remember that the last number is a fractional pip also. So we start calculating our pips from the second decimal, which is the 7. So this is a unit, this one is in hundreds. All right, so sorry, this is a unit, this one is in unit, the 7 is in unit, the 0 is in tenths, the 8 is in hundreds, while the 1 is in what? In thousands. So if you are to calculate how many pips this has moved, you can literally say price has moved 1,870 something pips, 807 pips. All right, price has moved 1,807 pips, because this last number is a fractional pip, so you don't take into cognizance while calculating. So this is your unit. You start calculating from the 7. 7 is unit, the 0 is tens, the 8 is in hundreds, while the 1 is in what? In thousands. So if you say okay, 1,000, that means if this one is representing 1,000, that means the 8 is in hundreds now, so it's 1,807 pips. All right, neglecting the 6, which is the fractional pips. So that's how to calculate how many pips price have moved when it comes to gold trading. Now let's look at how to calculate how many pips when it comes to other assets in the market. Now we have explained the gold. So generally we have actually looked how we can calculate pips on instruments in the market. Now in this other one, you can see this one we've calculated how we can look at pips in Euro USD, or rather in major currency pairs, and also I've looked at how we can calculate pips in instrument like the gold. Now let's look at this again. If for instance we have the last one, this one is also always known as the pipette, a fractional pips. Now this one is equally known as a fractional pips in the gold. Now this one is similar with the gold, which that means this one is equally a fractional pip. Now for this one, you have this raised to power over here and raised to 9 over here is equally regarded as a fractional pips. So we start calculating from the second decimal point, right? But if in this one we start calculating for the first decimal point, in the case of gold, you calculate from the first decimal point, right? But for this Euro USD, you calculate from the second decimal point. So I'm going to be explaining to us how we can calculate on the USD JPY. Remember that the USD the gold, remember that the gold and the US30 have similar way of calculating the pips, how to calculate the pips. So I'm not be looking at US30. I'll just go straight up to USD JPY because it's a JPY pair. So you can see in this place we have 2 decimal points, and this one is a fractional pip. But once we open our chart, we're going to be seeing 3 decimal points. Always remember that the last one is a fractional pip. So let's go there. So I'm going to be clicking my chart right away. I'll click on chart. Right, the next thing we're going to be looking at, we're going to be seeing the way the chart is moving. Okay, this is the way the chart is moving. Right now you can see this is a 1 day time frame. Okay, Now that means all the activities for the day is what is happening here. So let's assume that you, as a trader, you decide to place your trade at this point and you drag it up onto this level. Let's see, picking up our crosshair to know how many pips this market would have been if we decided to have traded it. So I'm going to pick up my crosshair over here. Now you place your crosshair from this point. Let me assume I'm placing my crosshair. All right. Now I'm drag my crosshair from this level up onto this level. All right. Let me see. Okay, this the peak of this. Okay. Now this is my crosshair here. I've placed my crosshair from this level at 140.796 up onto this level 150.856. All right, remember that the 6 is a pipette, so we don't take cognizance of that. We neglect it. So this 74 means the number of candles that have moved over time, like the number of candles that have been displayed. All right, so that is the 74, the meaning of the 74. So now look at it here. You can see that the difference between the 140.796 to 150.856 is actually 10.060. Remember that the 0 is a fraction, is a pipette, so we don't calculate our pips from the pipette. So if we want to take this, that means we'll start calculating from the second decimal point. That means this one is what? A unit, which is what? A 1. Each of them is the first unit. This one is a tens. Now this one is in hundreds, and this one is a what? A thousand. So we can literally say that this price has moved over 1,006 pips. Okay, that means price has, from this level up onto this level, price has moved 1,006 pips. Now let me recall again. Now this 0 is a pipette, so we'll neglect the 0. Now this 6 is in units, right? The 0 is in tens, right? This other 0 after the decimal is in hundreds, and this one is in what? In thousands. So price has moved 1,006 pips, right? So that is how to calculate number of pips price has moved. So it is a very, very simple thing. Always remember that the last number is usually a pipette, while the second decimal is that is where you start calculating your pip. So that's just the simple way of calculating the pip in the forex market. Okay, so if you remember what I said the other time, I said that the US 30 and the gold have similar way of calculation. Similarly, the US JPY and the volatility 25 index, in fact, have similar way of calculation, because it has 2 decimal points with a raised to power, which I said that I said that the raised to power is a fractional pip. So that is just the way of calculating pips in the market. So it is very, very simple and straightforward. So once you understand the concept of pips, you will always know how to calculate your profit, how to calculate the losses if, for instance, any of such occurs in the market. So it will give you a glare of how the market moves. All right, so for now, I believe we will understand everything on how we can calculate pips. On our next course, we'll be looking at how to apply lot sizes in the market. Thank you so much, and God bless you.